So in 1978, plantou o primeiro café, the first coffee trees at the farm, as a plantation.
Em 1940 eu vim para cá, trabalhava na cidade de Gonçalo de Araújo de café. Aqui na fazenda não era nossa, né?
Nos anos 70, mais ou menos, você comprou aqui.
É.
Eu já traduzi isso em 1970. 77, 78 você plantou a primeira lavoura lá em cima. Certo? Yeah?
Mas...
So the trees that they planted in 77 is not there anymore. It's so this tree is the oldest. It's what I told you, 1986. That was the first that I planted.
Eu vi uma maçã da cidade.
And after in 2000 I cut all the others. In 2000 I started planting 15. But yeah, Zinho is not from Campos Altos. Zinho town is Candeias. I'm gonna pass through his town.
Hang on just a second. Okay.
So his town is Candeias. We're gonna pass through the town today. And he's the third generation. His great grandpa was the one that. No, his grandpa was the one that started back in 1800 years, or end of 1700. And they broke, 29 quebrou, senhor não sei, quebrou.
Rapaz, foi 1929, 1930.
29, 30,
O crack de 1929.
the New York crack, and the exchange has a big
O
depression.
mundo todo faliu na época.
All the world was broke.
Muitos suicídios,
A lot
quebradeira.
of people killing themselves. Você estava com 11 anos. He was 11 years old at that time. And the coffee that my grandpa has in the warehouse in Santos, when he sold, was not good enough to pay the warehousing. Because the price
Você nasceu em 1959, né? 58 você nasceu em 59. E aí depois nós começamos, eu comprei a estalagem, Chico Foco, e fui para lá e botei uma máquina de café lá na estalagem.
He's saying that just after the year that I born, he bought one piece of land from this guy named Chico Falco. And I show you, it's 12 kilometers from here. And so he built a small warehouse with the milk machine, so he can buy the coffee in that
É muito
area.
interessante agora aqui que nós, o seu Chico Foco me chamou um dia, né? Estava vendendo na fazenda, estava vendendo lá em cima ali. Também tinha comprado aqui também, né? Depois chegou e me chamou, a senhora aí, você vai ficar
Foi depois.
com esse terreno todo ali, a fazenda, tudo ali. Era mais de 1000 hectares. Aí eu cheguei, o Zé Cid chegou e
Eles não precisam de.
não. E nós perdemos tudo, né?
And the same guy, Steve, that sold the farm for him 12 kilometers from here, 10, 12, 11 years later, he called him and he said, because he bought this farm and gave to his son. His son did the sheep change, the tails, because the tails was the old tails, like the old house there. And so he changed everything and sold the farm. He did update and sold the farm. So his father bought the farm again and gave him again. And after 1 or 2 years, he sold the farm again. So this guy, Chico Falco, called my dad and I said, this farm cannot be, we can't sell. This is the farm that somebody needs to take care. It's a very good thing for the future. Nobody cares today because it's only cows. This has no value in that time. So he called my dad and I said, the farm that I sold to you, we will change, we exchange. So they exchanged and this guy was an Italian guy that moved to his town when he was very young. And he was older than my dad, but was friendly.
Aí em cima do das errado, né, Bruno?
And so he brought his, they became friends and they did a lot of business all his life until he died, 9 years old too. He was a short guy, very funny. So he called my dad and said, this is a farm that you should keep, don't sell this farm. Someday it will be great and have much more value. So now the family wants the farm back far out. They never offered, But you know, they always, maybe the reason that he sold the second time, it's his son came here and he saw a ghost. You know that ghosts that they say that have the ghosts here. We never saw. Like, as you know, I never saw ghosts. I have human beings coming here and trying to rob the farm, but never saw ghosts here. But I think that the guy was scared and they sold the farm. And actually, one day I thought that I saw the ghost. I came to the farm, I was by myself here, I was going to marry, and I moved to the farm back in 84, 85, and I was living only by myself here, so I came to it was about 10 p.m., I have a lot of people in the house, we were playing cards and I came to sleep. And when we went to the kitchen, and I was turning on the light, I don't know what was that shit, but something white fly over my head. And I run away, and when I was starting to yelling, and I said, man, if it's something, it's okay, but if it's nothing, these people will make fun of me, you know. I just came back from the college, so I decided to go back, and when I go back, was a bird, owl, was a big bird. And when I married, a couple years later, Deborah went with, Deborah was here the first night that we were sleeping here, and I saw the owl, and I called Deborah in the kitchen. So it's now we have a ceiling in the kitchen because it didn't have that time. Deborah was scared to death too, so maybe the ghost was not the ghost, it was the owl that was here. But anyway, so he started planting coffee in 78, and he had another farm. Most of the Mundo Novo that is planted in this region was seeds that he used to produce in the past. So he's been here for 72 years now, since he came first time.
Está falando, eu estou comecei a recordar, né? Em 1940, então eu vim para aqui para trabalhar com Oswaldo Araújo.
He said that he was 20 years old, 1940, he came here to work.
Leão Israel.
With Leão Israel, it's an American company that was like Econ today, at that time. It's a huge.
Eu mandava o café lá para onde você estava morando, lá naquela região aí.
Ele falava, Gustavo, eu queria que você fosse lá no café com ele.
So, this Leão Israel used to deal with this Oswaldo Araújo that was a very... It's a Jewish man that, and he came from the school to work with him here in the farm. And this Leão Israel was friendly with Oswaldo. Oswaldo was a man ahead of his time. In 1936, 1938, he used to have 10,000 bags of fully washed in his farm. In 1935, he has 3 big Guardiolas that was round like now, you know. It's not new, it's from that time. And the Leão Israel was the biggest importer and selling coffee in the whole world from the United States.
Café desembarcado em Portland, né?
No, New Orleans.
Hey?
New Orleans.
New York?
No, New York. No, New Orleans. Portland, não.
Aí eu lembro da nação.
Nova Orleans ou Nova York?
Nova Orleans.
Nova Orleans.
Nova Orleans.
He said that all the coffee used that time go to New Orleans.
Nova Orleans. Isso lá, o Leão Israel. Depois Anderson Clayton.
And so it's a company that they start work. With Leão Israel, Anderson Clayton, that's when you went to learn how to cup coffee and stuff.
E comprava os cafés de lá, para cá comprava tudo.
This guy, Oswaldo Araújo, buys the coffee from Lavras. It's close where we go. All this region around, he buys all the coffee. Like, that time was big, it was 60,000 bags.
Né? Nós não tínhamos bancos. Para a gente pagar café aqui, tinha que buscar dinheiro em Lavras.
Say they don't have banks here, so to pay the coffee, he needs to go here and travel like 200 some kilometers or get the train. Put so they have that.
Medo dos ladrões, né?
They have that big, like the white herb coats, in a rail, and they go to Lavras and get the money in the bank and bring with money out the pocket, scared to death because if to pay the coffee here.
É muito interessante. Depois ele comprou carro com ele.
So after he bought a car for him.
Mercury.
A Mercury.
Oh,
That's
que
great.
beleza.
It's a very nice car.
Ia buscar a mulher dele em São Paulo e trazer, eu quero...
Yeah, he was the one. But if he needs to,
Era tudo na vida dele.
the wife was in São Paulo, Zinho needs to go to drive him. Actually, he was 80-some years old or 70 years old. He stopped his truck in front of my house and honked. And my dad could be in a lunch or having dinner. And
Nós tínhamos que ir a Araxá.
he leaves the table and go to talk to Oswald, and Oswald said, tomorrow you go take me to Belo Horizonte. And Zinho was already like 50-some years old. And Zinho said, okay, what time are you going to leave? So it's the man that he respects for all his life. And to call in that time to sell the coffee in Santos, they need to go to Araxá. That is only 100 kilometers, but with dirty road can take 3 hours. And was not guaranteed that the phone would work. Maybe work, maybe not. So he used to live here with the coffee that they have offered to him, travel to Santos all night long, like 14 hours driving, work during the day, sell the coffee, come back in the same day to close the deal here, and another day load the coffee and send to Santos. I traveled with him when I was 8 years old. I started doing this trip, only to be a company for him. And I did maybe 3 or 4 times, straight, you know. Go to Santos, first thing, Brazilian loves beach. So we arrive 6 in the morning, we go to a place where we can change our clothes, that you rent like that's a space, go to the beach, swim for 30 minutes, go to the market, to downtown, sell the coffee at 5 p.m., leave again. If you don't leave in that day, another day in the morning, beach again.
Eu tinha até os irmãos na boa, não era? Até a família de judeus, né? E ele...
So that I was Jewish, it's a
Ele
family.
então comigo, ele achava que eu era tudo.
And he really gave him all he said that he never gave him money, but he taught him how to work.
Eu
And if he
telefonava lá
had
para
big
o
money
Israel.
with him, he would not learn how to work. So the guy told him one day, now you don't need anymore, now you can bowl.
3 dias em Araxá para conseguir um telefonema.
Sometimes, one time was 3 days in Araxá to get a hold of, to